Alright guys, welcome back to Factorio, Lone Debater 7, and we are basically just setting this little system up which is going to output an ass load of stone into a chest. You know what, it doesn't really matter, we'll just use a wooden one. I know it's probably worth having an iron, but it's alright. We're just gonna go, I don't have a way to move this. Right now, I'm not worried about having the stone on a belt or anything because it's not, used a whole lot of the time at the moment. But, yeah, so let's see. 1, 2, 3. Make 3 more of these so we can have 4 for copper. I know we don't really need 4, but you know what? That's what I want to make, so that's what we're doing. And we're gonna grab some more plates. Cool. And let's see if we can't make this happen. So I'm gonna have the smeltery set up for our copper kind of like this, right? So I'd like to put him right there. So we'll move you back 1. And for right now, this is all we're going to have for our copper mining. We could have a lot more, I suppose you could say. But as it stands, we don't need a lot of copper. We just need enough to make our science files. So we're not going to worry too much about it. So there we go. Those are hooked up. The next step, we're going to have to split off some more coal. So I'm just going to put the splitter in right here, kind of show you how this works. So there we go. Now this is going to fill up with coal as well. And what I want to do is I want to adjust this so it looks nice, right? It doesn't necessarily matter in, all candor, but I like a nice looking system, so, or nice looking factory. Otherwise it gets kind of messy and difficult to see. But let's do this. So from that one, I'm going to basically mirror this, so 2 over, and then, so 1, just 1 empty space, and we'll bring it down just a smidge. So that's 3, 4, 5, right there, and then in between is 1, 2, 3, and boom. We've got that. Now, just got to lay out these tracks. Pretty easy, right? So, boom. That's good to go. And then we got to bring the coal and the copper over. So, also pretty easy, but takes some tracks to do. So we'll make some more. That can go down like so. Right, need a little bit more, and we should have enough iron. We'll go grab some in a minute so we can finish this bad boy off. But next, I'm gonna set this up first. So the way you get it, right, so if you just have one side going in, it's gonna, connect the belts. So before I connect the resources, I make sure I have the 2 inlets on. That way this one stays straight and it'll feed to the correct sides. Otherwise, you're gonna have some trouble, I would say, getting the system set up, the most efficient way possible without having to break belts and go through because you accidentally connected, coal or copper, whatever it may be, onto the belt, but it's all going onto the same side, right? That's not going to work for what you're trying to do. So I try to preempt it as best I can. Okay, so that's all good. Build another one of those, and another 1, 2, 3 of those. And we'll hook this up, and we'll have copper set up too. So not too bad if I do say so myself for as far as progress goes. We're doing okay. So put that guy there, and I have it 1 out in front. Not like that, like that. That way they all can kind of sync up and stay connected. I don't know. It works well, so I'm not going to change the wheel if it's working for me. With that, there is our copper smeltery, all online. Perfect. So now for the second step, right? We're going to take some of this copper and we're going to put it on the belt as well. So we need to make science files. I think I'm going to put, well, this is going to be our smeltery will eventually extend down here. So I kind of want to put it out of the way of the smeltery so I don't have to move it later. But we're going to set this one to make science files. So it needs copper and it needs iron, right? Or iron gear wheels. So let's actually take it down this way. So do that. We're going to need a bunch of these belts, so just make some now. And yeah, so this will be our copper line. And what I actually want to do is kind of show you how these buses work, right? So let's just move this in line like this. And we'll have copper and iron gear wheels next to each other on this line. So makes sense, right? Now we've got the two items we need for red science files right next to each other, so pretty easy to get to. The next step actually is to then split a piece off the line. So if I break that one and put down a splitter, I can keep the bus going the same way, and then I can branch this bad boy off like so. And ultimately what we're gonna do is something kind of like this. Bring it down one more. Okay. There we go. That way it's a straight line. So the next thing I want to do, I'm going to have to do the same thing with these gear wheels, right? So not a big deal. However, it has to get to the other side of the bus, right? So how are we going to do that? Pretty easy, actually. So first we'll split it. We'll take these guys up just a little bit so it's ready to rock and roll. And then we're going to branch this guy off like so and bring it in like this. Then if we take one of these underground transport belts, it will then connect up our iron gear wheels like so, and we can put them on this belt, and now we've got our gear wheels and our plates ready to rock, and we can make our science files. Now I'm going to use a fast inserter for this because there are two items. I mean, it does make sense to have two of them, one for each item, so we're not bottlenecking because we don't have enough inserter capacity, right? So there we go, just like that. That will cover everything as far as power is concerned. We just need to hook it up, which ain't too bad either, in all honesty. And there we go. Now we've got a factory making red science files. So now what? We've got to take those red science files and put them on, or build them in such a way that it can feed into our labs. So the cool thing about labs, they can, you can connect inserters to them, and it will actually allow you to, you know, put the items from one lab into another lab. So you only need to insert into one lab. In, you know, relatively, you know, that's all you really have to do. So I'm gonna just build this little line right here. We'll put it off on this one for now. Eventually we'll upgrade how many science files we've got, or factories building science files, because we'll want to go faster, but we'll do that at another time. So we'll put one fast inserter connected like so, I guess. That works. And boom, there we go. Now we've got science automated. So that's how you make the red files. I hope this has been helpful. If you haven't played Factorio before, this is kind of a base setup. So now we've got iron, copper, gear wheels, and science files being made automatically. So pretty cool. Next time we'll probably start breaking through more of the tree, building out the factories a little bit more, expanding this bus, and kind of go from there. Hope you're enjoying the content. Like, comment, and subscribe as always. And until next time, we'll see ya.